And the Bengals have been outscored 37-13.
Well,
Dallas leads 28-23 with 10:35 left, fourth period.
I guess that means the Cowboys have the edge in this fourth quarter, huh?
Either that or means neither team will score. First down at the 18-yard line. Boomer Esiason's had a poor second half. So he completes it to Eddie Brown.
Boy, that was an excellent pass that time. I mean, he couldn't have thrown that ball any better.
Gain of 14 on the play to Brown.
If Esiason keeps getting the kind of pass protection he's getting, he's going to find some receivers downfield. Bottom of your screen, Eddie Brown runs an out pattern. Look where the ball's put here. I mean, that's pretty good defensive coverage. If that ball is just a little bit behind, I guess he kind of gets the calf roped down there a little bit or pulled down on his back. Eddie Brown shaking up just a bit.
Here's James Washington who pulled him down from behind. First down at the 32-yard line. Craig Taylor and James Brooks are the running backs. Esiason's pass deflected and picked off by Dixon Edwards, and he is gone. Play by the Cowboys, a 36-yard interception return by rookie Dixon Edwards, a second-round pick out of Michigan State.
It's a team game. Somebody up front created that opportunity for Edwards to make the interception by deflecting the pass to Boomer Esiason, a defensive lineman. Which one right now we don't know, but we'll check it out.
Well, the Cowboys trying to pull away in the fourth quarter, and Ken Willis' kick is good. So with 9:53 remaining in the fourth quarter, Dallas adding to their lead. It's 35-23 Cowboys. Cowboys kicking off, leading 35-23. James Brooks again back there, but this one will go to the other man, and Brooks says stay there.
Well, the Cowboys are offside in their kickoff, so they're going to bring it back. They're going to make the Cowboys kick again. Tell us about young Edwards, huh? Dixon Edwards, Cincinnati native now.
Went to Aiken High School in Cincinnati. His dad put him through a rigorous training program as a kid. He had him lift weights for 2 hours a day and then run a mile and a half at a Cincinnati high school, and he comes back to victimize his hometown team.
Jim Jeffcoat kind of victimizes these Bengals, too, by tipping that ball up in the air on the right side of your screen. You'll see Jeffcoat get off the block of Munoz and deflect the pass right there. And there comes Dixon Edwards. Undersized linebacker. He's made it from high school through college into the pros on desire and determination.
Dixon Edwards III, if you will. Take a bow. Bengals have turned the ball over twice in the second half so far. Boomer Esiason has been intercepted twice. There's big Jim Jeffcoat hooked up in a battle with Anthony Munoz today. And the man of the hour, Dixon Edwards.
Well, you know, the big difference is the Cowboys got 14 points off of their 2 turnovers that they got against the Bengals, and the Bengals were only able to convert 2 field goals off the turnovers they got.
Ken Willis will kick off from the 30 following the penalty. 9:47 left in the game. Brooks and Lynn James awaiting the kick. James had to stay in bounds. Another mistake by the Bengals as he goes out of bounds. This team is snake bitten.
I know you want to field the ball, but when it's that close to the sideline, you might want to let it go out of bounds and get the ball on the 35.
Redskins leading the Browns 35-17 in the fourth quarter. The Saints and Eagles in a low-scoring game. No change in the Buffalo Colts. Still 42-6. Well, what happened to the low-scoring games? Is the scoring supposedly down in the NFL this year? What's happened to that theory now?
Well, we figured
out the window.
We figured that it would balance out, and what's happening is some of the better teams are beating up on some of the teams that are struggling.
Craig Taylor on the carry, but here's what we're talking about: the scoring after 6 weeks. Average points per game, just over 35 points per game this year. And look, compared to the previous seasons, 41 last year, almost 43 the year before that.
Well, you know, one of the theories is Norv Turner, the offensive coordinator, of the Cowboys, told me that the defenses are making the offenses earn more. They're playing softer in the secondary, trying to come up, take away the big plays, and jar the ball loose. So that may be why we're seeing the lower numbers.
Boomer Esiason with time. Complete to Rodney Holman near midfield. Trying to get by Ray Horton, who drags him down. Horton, the ex-Bengal. Gain of 39 yards on the pass to Holman.
Oh, well, when you have this much time back there, somebody's going to get open. Once again, the offensive line gives Esiason a lot of time, and Esiason smartly moves around and delivers right on target. Now, Anthony Munoz was shaken up on that play and had to come to the sideline. He's over here holding his leg. Boomer gets hit after the throw, but he appears to be okay. Munoz is out of the game, however.
It was Tony Tolbert who levered Boomer. Munoz has come out of the game, replaced by Brian Bladis. Esiason's pass caught by Lynn James. Nope, he's out of bounds. No catch.
Well, it was a nice catch by James, but the ball was delivered a bit high and outside, and no way James could get both feet down in bounds that time. Boomer's not happy with the throw. Check it out. You see how far he's open, but look where the ball is. That ball stretches James out. Now he can't get there. Well, he just didn't get that right leg down quickly enough.
James, a fifth-round pick last year out of Arizona State. He began his college career here in Dallas at SMU.
The Bengals are in a 4-down zone because a field goal is not going to help their situation much in this fourth quarter. They need to get a touchdown.
And it's fumbled. The Cowboys have recovered. Daniel Stubbs on the fumble recovery, but it was Tony Casillas who jarred the ball loose from James Brooks. This is looking all too familiar as far as Sam White is concerned. 3 second-half turnovers by the Bengals.
2 of them led to touchdowns. No telling where this one's going to lead. You got to figure that, oh, nice. He just got the hand right in there. And that was Tony Casillas that got his hand in there to knock the ball loose from Brooks. I'm surprised that it was knocked loose that easily. It really didn't look like a big lick on the ball, but Stubbs made a nice recovery.
First down for the Cowboys at the 34-yard line. Emmitt Smith driven down by David Fulcher, who's played well. There is a penalty marker on the field. Remember, next Saturday, basketball is the focus when Magic Johnson and the Lakers travel to Paris to represent the U.S. in the international tournament, also featuring teams from Yugoslavia, Spain, and France. When NBA basketball is really popular in Europe. Penalty is refused. So it'll be second down. 2nd and 10.
Well, Jimmy Johnson has shown more confidence in Troy Aikman and his offense this year. Last week at Green Bay, late in the game, when the Cowboys needed to hold the ball and run the clock, they let Aikman go back and throw some passes. I wouldn't be surprised to see him run the ball in this situation, but they do have confidence in Aikman's passing ability. Looky here.
Aikman's pass is complete to Michael Irvin.
Sure, there was a time when you had a young quarterback, Troy Aikman, where you say, well, let's not let the rookie or the second-year man beat us. Let's play it conservative. Let's stick it on the ground. But not this year. Norv Turner, the offensive coordinator, and Troy Aikman are so happy working together. They have a lot of confidence now in Aikman. Let him throw the ball whenever they think the defense is right for it. And right now, the Bengals have to be playing run. They have to figure that the Cowboys want to eat up the clock.
Rather ironic, the Cowboys' former offensive coordinator, David Shula, is now an assistant coach with the Bengals. 6:52 left, fourth quarter. It's 35-23 Dallas. Ricky Blake, who just checked back in, takes it across midfield. David Grant on the tackle for the Bengals.
This is something of a gut check for your defense now. You've seen things get turned around. You're a Bengal defender. Do you just lay down and say, here it is, it happened again? You know, we shot ourselves in the foot with the turnovers. We're going to lose. Or do you stay out there and stop this Cowboy drive? Give your team, give your offense another chance. Bengals are going to have to reach down deep to try to stop Jimmy Johnson's Cowboys.
Bengals had a good first quarter. They jumped out to a 10-0 lead, and Sam Weiss was telling us that if his team played well early, he thought he had the chance to win, but they went flat in the second quarter, and turnovers have killed them in the second half. Johnston and Blake, the big backs in the backfield, and Ricky Blake is stacked up for a loss at the 46-yard line by Natu Tuatagaloa and Alonzo Mitz.
You know, folks around Dallas in the National Football League are seeing a different Cowboy team this year, and this is the way they were put together right here. A couple of big trades. Jerry Jones, of course, buying the Cowboys made a difference with Jimmy Johnson coming in. And then Troy Aikman. I mean, if there is ever a franchise quarterback, he is it. I promise you, this guy can play. Herschel Walker trade to Minnesota gave the Cowboys some quality players. If you look at those names, Holt, Stubbs, Smith. There's Jerry Jones in the striped shirt there, standing up. And it's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Jerry. Should we say how old he is today?
He is 49 years of age.
All right.
You have to be factual.
Yes.
Penalty marker down as Aikman's pass is batted down.
And nearly intercepted by David Grant.
He had one last week, flat on his back. He intercepted a deflected pass.
Well, he's warmed up. He should have held that one.
A couple of Cowboys slow to get up.
Are you kidding me? Fulcher's not happy with this call at all.
Offside on the defense, 5-yard penalty. Repeat the down.
On the defense, does that mean it's more than one guy offside? Gee whiz, Sam Weiss might want to know, well, who did they call offsides on? He named my whole defense.
I believe it was on Alfred Williams, number 94, the rookie linebacker from Colorado.
Well, whomever it was on. It's a 3rd and short right now for the Cowboys. Lined up. Well, yep, there it is. That's it, and the ball's moving. He's across the line. Alfred Williams.
3rd down and 1. Darrell Johnson picks up the first down. Well, the Cowboys maintain possession. Joe, we're seeing all these mistakes by the Bengals in the second half. When things like this happen, does it become contagious when you're dropping passes and committing penalties and doing all the things to beat yourself? Is there something that just kind of steamrolls after a while?
Absolutely. No doubt about it. You start trying to play a little more carefully. You start trying to be a little surer of yourself. And you start aiming your passes as a quarterback a little more rather than just letting them rip. As a runner, you may be more concerned with the ball that can even lead to some fumbles sometimes. So sure, these guys are just hurting themselves, and they're not playing the way they would be playing if they had a better record, certainly, with more confidence. They're playing with a tremendous lack of confidence right now.
Aikman staying on the ground. Ricky Blake to the 34-yard line. Tackled by David Fulcher.
Yeah, Dallas wants to just take some time now. Let that clock run down. Frustration of Sam Weiss. That is an awful start. And then remember, they have to go to Buffalo and Houston after this. So if you think this is the worst start since '79, folks, you're fixing to see a real bad start the next couple of weeks if these Bengals don't pull something out of their magical hat somehow.
And there is a feeling that there may be a number of personnel changes if the Bengals don't win this week. I think you might look for some moves to be made by Cincinnati in the next week.
Sure, you want to see who can play for you next year. You might want to start developing some young players.
Ricky Blake is brought down. Ickey Woods is not active yet. Former 1,000-yard rusher as a rookie, said he's ready to go. Physically, he's sound. Sam Weiss says his timing is not there. He's not quite ready yet, but there's a chance that he could be activated.
Yeah, Ickey Woods still doesn't appear to be the player he was before he hurt his knee.
Coming up next, the second half, our doubleheader, either the Oilers and the Jets or the Dolphins and the Chiefs. Check your local listings for the game in your area.
Those Chiefs are coming off a big win, huh? They put a number on Buffalo last week.
Emmitt Smith is back in the game for the Cowboys. 2:56 left, fourth quarter. Dallas just eating up time, preventing the Bengals from getting the football. The Cowboys lead 35-23. On the verge of winning their fourth straight. Aikman's pass complete to Rob Awald. And Awald has the first down. A 245-pound, 5-year veteran is acquired in a trade with Phoenix. The third tight end, along with Alfredo Roberts and Jay Novacek.
And Jay Novacek was the receiver that opened that zone up for Awalt to make the play. Two Bengal defenders jumped Novacek as he turned upfield and left the open area for Awalt. And, of course, Aikman smartly found the open guy. There's Novacek. Oh, he is a good receiver.
Troy Aikman today has completed 14 of 22 passes as we get down to the 2-minute warning, and the Cowboys are in good shape on the verge of winning their 4th straight. The Canon Camcorders replay of the game. Ricky Blake in his first carry in the National Football League. A 30-yard run and a touchdown for this refugee from the Canadian Football League and the World League of American Football, a guy who never played college football. 1 carry, 1 touchdown. The big plays have really hurt the Bengals. The long passes, the 53-yarder to Alexander Wright in the first half, a 26-yard pass to Novacek in the first half, Blake's 30-yard run, and then, of course, the turnovers figuring probably in the second half as far as Cincinnati is concerned. This is the 10th play of this drive. First down for the Cowboys. Tommy Agee gets the call. This telecast is presented by authority of the National Football League and is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Dallas Cowboys and the National Football League is prohibited. This game is the property of the National Football League, Cincinnati Bengals, and Dallas Cowboys. All rights reserved.
Pretty good weekend for this Texas sports. You see these Cowboys are whipping up on the Bengals. Texas beat Oklahoma yesterday, huh? And did Rice upset I guess it was Baylor that was a powerhouse.
See, your alma mater, Alabama, won big with 61-0 over Tulane.
See, yeah, Tulane, they're not what you call a powerhouse these days.
Second down, 11. Cowboys trying to run out the clock. Emmett Smith. The executive producer of NBC Sports is Terry O'Neill. The coordinating producer of the NFL NBC is John Ferrachis. Today's game produced by the one and only Larry Cirillo. Our director today, Peter Bleckner. Associate director, Carol Larson. Our production associate, Jenny Huber Kincaid. Larry Lefebvre, our technical manager. Ken Goss, our production manager. And Jeff Port, our technical director. We'd also like to thank the guys in the booth. Statistician Richard Simmons, who took time out from his aerobics program to be with us, and our spotters Chris Hall and Mitchell Gleaver, the son of the late Frank Gleaver, former CBS sportscaster whom I had the pleasure to work with many years ago. Emmett Smith on what should be the final play of the game. So the Bengals stumble again as their record falls to 0-6. The Cowboys improve to 5-2, winning their 4th straight game. Sam Weishover congratulating the opposition. He says winning isn't everything, but he wants to win as much as anybody, and his team takes another defeat, shaking hands with Jimmy Johnson, who has to be pleased. His Cowboys going from 1-15 to 7-9 last year and to 5-2 so far this year. 35-23 our final. We'll be back. The Cowboys off to a 5-2 start, their best since 1986, and a very happy birthday for owner Jerry Jones.
Oh, these Cowboys are off to a terrific start. They have a bye this week so they can get their healthy people or get their people healthy, be ready for the following week. The Bengals, on the other hand, folks, I think we're going to see a few new faces in the lineup come next week. They've got to go to Buffalo and then Houston. The season really, realistically, is about over as far as making the playoffs, so they must find out who can play football for them next season.
A reminder to stay tuned for the second half of our doubleheader. Houston and the Jets, Miami and Kansas City, and that'll do it from Texas Stadium. For Joe Namath, this is Mel Proctor saying so long.
A promotional fee has been paid to NBC by United Airlines.